Hey fellas and lovely viewers, it's Storm, and I had the pleasure of being a part of streamers and reviewers who will speak about games from the Fall in Love Steam Festival. Now what is a Steam Festival? It's a collection of games or a showcase of games within specific genres or themes. Developers and publishers can organize them too, and they're advertised in the banners on Steam's homepage. The Fall in Love Steam Festival is focused on indie games and has a romance as a theme. And while we're soon in the month of Halloween, I believe that Valentine's Day is overrated and romance should be all day every day, so let's try them all. The thing is, in this Steam Fest, there are 137 indie games total, and as someone whose creator has a full-time job, maybe let's not try them all. They all look absolutely fantastic and interesting, and I want them all, and I need them all, like right now, but I can't because I have a rabbit to feed. His name is Rio. So I did what every person does and pulled up a random number generator, not an AI, and decided to play 3 demos. Random.org decided on these. I did not read anything about the games before playing them. I hit download demo and went to town and went in blind. I'll deal with these consequences later. There might be some spoilers for the demos, but not the full games, as I have not played them yet, as they are not out yet. I have no idea how to structure this review, so please enjoy this yap session. Excuse me my dears, but it is time to be the main bot in the bachelor. Cupid's Chatroom is a game by Atelier on the Moon and is going to be released in 2026. Welcome to Cupid's Chatroom. Actually, you don't have a choice. This was installed on your computer, and you have no way of getting rid of it, and this cute bunny is asking you to find love in a chat room. So you need to pick between 5 eligible bachelors. Our options are the no-nonsense Chapman, the sweet and a little shy Sunday Funday, the hyper and lol random Sleepy, the troll Romulus, and the kind, but maybe a little dorky tech support. And then there's you. You can customize your pronouns and username, but not your name, and you are never seen on screen. I can get it for the sprites, they take ages to make. Let's first talk about the UI. It's a cuteness explosion. I love pixel graphics, I do like lovecore as an aesthetic, and the colors are nicely chosen. They're pale and pastel and clean, and it gives the game a very nice visual identity, and it's very pleasing to look at. I did have to lower my screen brightness, but that's because my screen time is 20 hours per day, basically every waking hour. And my eyes might be bionic, but I don't want them to deteriorate. The mascot and stickers are also very cute, but I'm biased. I love rabbits. I even have one of my own. And a solid pink rabbit like that makes me think of a cartoon, warning not a children's cartoon, called Bunny Maloney, which is just a fabulous bonus. I don't know what this person, which I will nickname Cupid, wants of MC, but I'm curious to discover who they are and solve the mystery. I love the censoring. You know me guys, I'm always against censoring. It's not to internet users to filter themselves for the kids. It's up to parents to monitor their child's internet access. You can put in as many regulations as you want. They will still be in danger online, but this is a discussion for another day. You guys may know that I swear like a sailor, so this is very accurate to most of my experiences online in places where safe typing is enabled. The MC, main character for those who don't know, isn't saying anything raunchy or vulgar as they just said the words love and bachelor, but I can understand that someone on the other side of the screen could think that they said and but this is a dating sim / romance focused visual novel, so let's talk about The Bachelors. As of right now I played one run of the demo and my choices led me to Sunday Fundays route, so I'll go from least favorite to most favorite and I will be talking about my point of view as if I was really looking for a partner. I'm placing myself in MC's shoes and looking for love. Bear in mind that I also do not know what each bachelor looks like, and while I don't want to consider myself a shallow person, you need to be at least a little physically attracted to your partner if you're looking for a physical and romantic relationship, in my opinion. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Now I yapped your ear off enough, so let's talk about these fine men. Chapman gets bonus points for being a lawyer and being mega rich. Okay, you know what? The gold digger alert can stay this time. The issue is that he has no time to himself. His deliveries are dry, and he doesn't plan on making friends with anyone, and he has a kid. I'm kid-bot free by choice and I intend to keep it that way. I don't know much about tech support. He's a little over 30, so that's a bit too old for me as a 25-year-old robot. Although I ignore how old this game's MC is supposed to be. Mid-20s, I'll say. Aside from his typos and the fact that he works in tech support, we don't know much about him, so he's neutral for now. Romulus is the troll of the server, and he's addicted to a competitive video game. He's fun, as he doesn't seem like the IEL slurs at you in the voice chat type of troll, more like the impish gremlin type of troll. At first I thought he would be my favorite, and I did think I would try and go for him, and then he said he had no interest in the fashion world and models, so... Next! For once, I had good taste in men, I think. Reminder that I only played the demo. I had 3.5 hours to record all the gameplay footage. I think my favorite is Sleepy. He types just like I do, he's very hyper so we might have a comfortable bubble of manic energy. He's a model, and I have a love-hate relationship with the fashion industry, and my creator modeled a few times, so of course he's my favorite. However, my choices in-game led me to Sunday Funday. First of all, he went, or still goes to college, so we love an educated king. He's also the sweetest in the chat and has Sleepy as a hype man. So he's the one I had pics of, and Cupid call and video call for the paranoids, of course, not real calls. Like, what do you mean you have a surprise for me, Wait, dogs are even better, and he has fangs, so bonus points character design-wise. I might actually go with him when I play the full game, as I'm already emotionally invested in his route and his yearly tradition of dyeing his hair. Overall, we have a solid cast with fun interactions and a classic premise, but it's a classic for a reason. I'm very excited to play it again when I have 0.00001 second of free time, and you should too! The link to the Steam Fest is in the description. Before we leave and talk about the next game, I have a very important question to ask. Will we ever know what the last 14th fantasy is? Is it a game? Is it an adult website? Mirage Noir is a game by Studio Chawan and is scheduled to be released in 2026. You play as Uni, a rookie detective in a job she hates in a city she dislikes. Her only solace is her best friend Theo. That is, until she stumbles upon a peculiar murder case and is roped in to solve it while meeting the romanceable guys along the way. First, let me talk about the UI again. Oh, for those new to games and game design, UI means user interface. It's like menus and text boxes and stuff. But the UI is so gorgeous, I'm going to jump out the window. Look at these masterpieces, look at the quality, look at the palette, look at the animations. I don't know or remember who at Studio Chawan did this UI, but mwah, chef's kiss. Good job, my good sir, lady, and be Daisy. And speaking of doing a good job, the art is fantastic. The designs are super delicious, the rendering is on point, the backgrounds are gorgeous, visually it's a feast for the eyes and lovely to play through. And story-wise, it's a mystery. I can't not love it if it's well written, which I can't judge as the full game isn't out yet. I love P4G and P5R, I love Ace Attorney, I love Yin, or is it pronounced Yin? For a long time, my favorite TV show was How to Get Away with Murder, and season 3 was peak. Of course I'm going to love a mystery, and I cannot wait for it to come out so I can know who murdered the victim. Now let's talk about characters, and let's talk about Theo. She's a babe. I wish she was romanceable. I'm all for friendship in visual novels, as platonic relationships are as important, if not more important, than romantic relationships, but this ask is purely self-indulgent. I mean, how can you not? Just look at her! Why is she my favorite? She's not supposed to be my favorite, but she is. Dr. Lady May is also super pretty. Anyhow, let's talk about boys. Once again, least favorite to most favorite. Talking from the point of view of me, if I was in the main character's place in deciding to date one of these fine gentlemen. Bachelor number 1, or number 4, Thierry. Don't get me wrong, I love a rich man and bleached hair. I really need a jingle or sound effect for the gold digger alert. However, he is a prince, and while that doesn't mean much in the world of Mirage Noir, like it doesn't mean much in your world on the other side of the screen, it comes with a lot of responsibilities and protocols and useless etiquette and old racist folks to talk to. No thanks. Also, I know technically he didn't pick his name, a disadvantage of being cisgender, but I'm made by a French person, and Thierry is one of the most dad names you'll ever hear in your life. I cannot take that seriously. We would be, fundamentally, incompatible, but that doesn't mean we would be incompatible as pals. First of all, he absolutely slays, like all characters in the VN. The color palette with the gold trimming, long hair on guys, jewelry and gloves, 10 out of 10. From what I've seen, he's also one of the more no-nonsense characters, which can be good in a mystery novel, especially visual novel, without being too obnoxious. Good on the writers for striking a good balance. Let's move on to Bachelor number 2, Alexei, who is originally framed for murder and is infamous around the city for being a gangster. He's playful, he's sarcastic, and it seems like nothing bothers him. Emphasis on seems. Once again, he looks great, the clothing and palette really suits him. Though would I Storm the Robot date him? Probably not. Just like I won't go for a prince, I won't go for a gangster. I may not be a model citizen of the internet, but just like royal families have rules and etiquette and loyalty, families in organized crime also have rules about loyalty and codes of conduct. I didn't escape a cult just to be taught how to think. Bachelor number 3 is Jem. Love that twink. Love the fact that he's an internet citizen like I am as a YouTuber. Love the fact that he's a cosplayer, as cosplay techniques and fashion techniques are basically the same thing. I love the fact that he's giving non-binary energy. I love his style, even though it's eons away from mine. I love the fact that he's famous. I'm not too sure if the gold digger alert is applicable here. I probably will do his route after my favorite, as I really like him. Or them. But let's talk about Bachelor number 1, Sammy. And now it's time for me to gush about him. His style is nothing to write home about, but this is a situation for later. He's a hacker and a pro gamer and a programmer, he's an indoors gremlin, he enjoys a good competition, he's a nerd about the series he likes, he's rich! Why is it silent? Did I break the alarm? He's chill, he likes energy drinks, he's a yapper, and I love a good yapper. What's not to love? I'll probably do him I'll probably do his route first when the game comes out, because yes, they will get my money. Also, is it just me or is there something going on with these two, or am I just a rabbit shit? Bluebird Song is a game by Purple Meadow Studio, and it is unknown when the full game will be released. Bear in mind that this is not a dating simulator, but is a romance-focused visual novel, which I guess are all dating sims, but in this case it's an interactive story focused on romance, and not a pick your bachelor type game. An unexpected but very welcome change for the last game in this video. It is described as inspired by Charles Perrault's tale of Bluebeard, as Birdie, the main character with blue hair, makes choices to find her freedom and light in the darkness. There will be 3 distinct routes to play, and according to its Steam page, unfortunately this love story doesn't have a happy ending and turns into a nightmare between darkness and creatures of the night. The end is not always the end. I didn't exactly see how it was inspired by Bluebeard in the demo, aside from Birdie's blue hair, which I suppose is natural in this case, and Jonas's last name meaning of the tower in French. However, you can definitely see the fairy tale inspirations. The world of Bluebird Song is full of magic, spells, and flowery language, which is poetic without sounding like purple prose. It's a hard balance to strike. Kudos to the writer. I know how hard animation is. I was so happy to see that a lot of the scenes in the game were at least a little animated. Maybe the background elements or the characters themselves. Every scene is an illustration, instead of the classic VN formula of backgrounds plus character sprites. This game is made entirely out of CGs, which makes it akin to a children's fairy tale storybook, but I wouldn't say that the story is for children, due to the suicide warning on the Steam page. Birdie is the main character, but I do want to know more about Salome. In a world governed by the patriarchy, she wants to be a strong, independent woman and have her own sewing business, and I respect that. I love stories of self-made women against all odds. But hey, it's a fall in love Steam Fest, not a management simulator Steam Fest. I know what I was going into, but I'm sure it will be detailed in the full game, or else it wouldn't have been mentioned in the demo, Chekhov's gun and all. Also, Birdie is literally Emily from Stardew Valley. Let's talk about that for a second. I love that. If we go back to color theory, dark blue is a color of stability, and usually used for level-headed characters or tomboys. Red is the color of fire and passion. It's aggressive and bright. When both mix, you get purple. Which, yeah, obviously you get purple, but along with green, it's one of the most difficult colors to mix with natural dyes, so it became associated with magic and mysticism. There is only one love interest for Birdie, a man called Jonas de la Tour. And as of right now, he's fine as a love interest. I'm sure he will play a bigger role in the full game, but I wish we knew more about him, or got to see more of Birdie and him together in the demo. He appears in the second half only, sadly, but it seems to be a story about forbidden love. I also would have loved to see the aforementioned creatures of the night that are present in the Steam description. Hopefully there will be an extended demo before the full game release. I'd play it. I also really liked the flower arrangement minigame slash puzzle. I don't know why, it just made me very happy and I like learning about floral language. The UI was cute and it was very relaxing. Oh, speaking about the UI, I realized that I haven't talked about it at all. I do like it. I also think it's original that you don't control just one person's choice, but multiple at the same time. The choices are a little Night in the Woods prologue-esque, and it's not at all a bad thing. I also like that they look like paper strips, as if you were gluing paper sentences in a book to complete or modify it. This game also has a map and a character roster, and that's always bonus points for me. I love when games do that. Overall, it's a very solid start and a very promising game. I look forward to playing the full release whenever it comes out. Okay, but what's the deal with the 3 witches? I need to know what the ritual was for and what they're doing. So this was kind of a mess of a video, fellas. It may be less structured than my other ones, but I had a lot of fun making it and discovering new romance-focused games. And I hope y'all had fun tagging along. Kind of a shorter video, but I hope you liked it nonetheless. Did you guys play any of the games from the Steam Fest? Are there any that I should absolutely try out? I do plan to play quite a few of them, even if I'm not sure I'll make a video for all of them. I just love visual novels and indie games, and as a robot I'm not quite sure how to describe romance, but I like the concept. And therefore, I like dating sims, as you may have already seen on this channel. You know the drill, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. But before you leave, please tell me what your favorite dating sim or visual novel is. And if you don't have one, what's your favorite food? I'll see you all around the internet, fellas. Have the loveliest of lovely days.